Have you ever looked at your life and thought, how the heck did I get here? I know it's not the ending, but I don't even know what comes next. If you have, and I'm pretty sure you have, you're not alone. So many of us reach a point where we feel like we've lived for others, our kids, our careers, our families. But what about us? What about you? Welcome to your second spring. I am Sandy Bartlett, and I help women like you reclaim your worth, rediscover yourself, and step into this new chapter with confidence. On this channel, I'm going to be sharing stories, insights, and tools to help you navigate this powerful time in your life. And today, I want to start by sharing my own journey because, trust me, I've been exactly where you are. So, if I had to name the chapter of my life that I'm in right now, I would call it awakening. And I know that that's sometimes in some circles I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. It's not acceptable. And so it is what it is because that's how I feel. I'm waking up. And this whole notion of being woke, it's not at all what I'm talking about. Although I don't have an issue with being woke, and I think more people need to wake up. But just know that this current chapter that I'm in, it wasn't always this way. There was a time that I felt truly invisible, and I have often described myself as a chameleon. I spent years doing what was expected, checking all the boxes. And then one day, I woke up and realized I had no idea who I really was anymore. For me, the shift happened later in life. I retired, I moved to Arizona, and then something inside me started stirring. I was getting to the point where I was ready to start looking at retiring. Actually, when I moved to Arizona, I had actually already retired, but I went back to work. But I wasn't ready to be sent off to the pasture. It was more a curiosity, a pull toward something deeper. And that's when I started exploring. And I had my very first Akashic record reading. And that's really what started me down that path of exploring my spiritual side. I had walked away from organized religion a while before that. And that's a story for another day. But I was still searching, and I had always been drawn to the more spiritual side of things. So after that Akashic record reading, I started exploring even more. First of all, I'd never heard of Akashic records, and somebody was offering it, and so I had the reading. I had never heard of Reiki. I had never heard of tapping, tarot. I had heard of tarot, but tarot had a negative connotation to it. Pendulum dowsing, I really wasn't familiar with. Suddenly, I felt like I was meeting myself again after decades of being lost. This was my second spring. And now I wake up excited again. I help other women step into their own awakening, guiding them as they break free from old stories and embrace the life they were meant to live. So let's talk about you. Second spring isn't just a phase, it's an invitation, a moment to pause and ask, what do I want now? It's the time to reclaim the parts of yourself that got buried under responsibilities, expectations, and doubt, just like what happened to me. It's about stepping out of invisibility and stepping in to your full radiant self. And I want to walk this journey with you. Second spring is what I refer to. It's just another way of saying midlife, and it can be midlife at any point in time. Um, it's it's not about starting over. It's just about refreshing, I guess is probably the best way I can describe it. If this story that I just shared about my own awakening resonates with you, I want to invite you to take this journey deeper. You can do that in a couple of ways. One is my podcast. My podcast is called Journey to Self with Sandy Bartlett, and there's a couple episodes that actually speak to what I'm talking about right now. Episode 1 is all about Journey to Self, explaining it, but I share more about this transformation and what's ahead. And then in episode 6, I talk about self-worth, which is the foundation of everything that we'll be doing here. And if you're ready for more, I have a membership, which is where we take these conversations further, where you get tools and support and community to help you step fully into your second spring. This is just the beginning. Next week, I'll be sharing a story about breaking free from old beliefs, the lies we tell ourselves that keep us small. You don't want to miss it. And until next time, be true to you.